going to set our space up. So on a block, on the mat, on a blanket, wherever you can feel rooted, right? Maybe slightly roll forward on your sit bones here so you can engage your core. Is that your phone or mine off? Okay, sorry. You gotta go.
I don't know.
Sorry. Life.
Sorry, guys.
Let your eyes gently close. Feel your shoulders melting down away from your ears, finding a nice long neck. Right? Almost feel like a turtle coming out of its shell. So you're pulling your shoulders down as you're lengthening your neck, pulling the crown of your head up toward the sky. Gently engaging your core, finding equal engagement in the front and back body. And 3 times, just fill up with breath. Feel your chest, feel the warmth start to build, filling all the way up to your third eye, and then let it all go through your mouth. Deep breath in, filling up. Exhale, let it go. One more time, deep inhale. Open up, fill up, expand. Exhale, let it go. Right? It's like that metaphorically, like letting go whatever was going on this morning, whatever's on your brain for later in the day, and just being present right now. Shrug your shoulders up by your ears. Roll them back. Expand your collarbone left to right, side to side. And we'll open class together with 3 ohms. Taking a deep inhale. Sitting with that vibration as it starts to awaken your body from your toes all the way to the top of your head. You can almost feel like a little tingling feeling as your body starts to respond to the sound. Your breath starts to warm your body from the inside out. Let's just keep our eyes closed. Let's keep it turned inward here as we start to just stretch our body, opening up the side body, right? Sometimes with our eyes closed, we feel new things, or we can focus more inward instead of worrying about what's next. So keeping your eyes closed, take an inhale as you reach your arms out and up, overhead. Gently tilt your chin up as if you were looking at your fingers. Keeping your eyes closed though. Reach your fingertips nice and high as you ground down through your sit bones. And then exhale, take it back down. Hands by your hips. Again, reach it way out and up. Make this nice big circle with your hands as you reach up, ground down. Try to take the arch out of your lower back, right? It's easy to focus on when our eyes are closed. It's hard to do when our eyes are open. We're taking in too much. Exhale, take it back down. Turn your palms toward the front of the room, and this time lead the stretch with your pinkies, rotating your arms from the armpits all the way up to the sides of the pinkies. Joining the sides of the pinkies up overhead, rolling through your palms, pressing your palms into a prayer. Good. Squeezing into the midline, pull the shoulders down away from your ears here. Engage your core. Inhale here. Good. Then keeping your arms up overhead, interlace your fingers, press your palms up toward the sky. Taking a deep inhale here, maybe tilt your chin up. And as you exhale, bring those interlaced palms to the back of your head. Stretch your elbows side to side as you press your head back into your hands, opening up your elbows like wings, like a butterfly. Good. Feeling the stretch in the inside of your triceps. And then as you exhale, tuck your chin in towards your chest. Join your elbows as you round your spine. Good. Pulling in, stretching your neck. Inhale, open up those wings, elbows stretch side to side, gaze move slightly up if your eyes were open, so tilt your head up. Exhale, round it in, join your elbows as you round your spine, tuck your chin. One more time here. Inhale, really open up. Feel the openness of your chest here as you press your elbows side to side. Good. Inhale, reach those interlaced palms up overhead. Gently let your eyes blink open. And as you exhale, roll over Knees coming into a tabletop position. You can get your playlist started. I finally remembered to say that. Good. Start your playlist if you're ready, or practice it without music, right? It's all good. You know what you need. You know what your body and your mind are craving today, right? I'm just here as a guide. So find a tabletop position and just spend a couple breaths here moving, right? Starting to make that connection with the mat, with the earth, with your palms, your knees, your feet, right? Really get that, like feel like you're making an imprint, as if your feet were pressing into the sand or your palms were pressing into the sand. Roll your hips organically, maybe a lazy up dog. You feel good on the front body. Good, just exploring where you are today and always being okay with it, right? Our bodies change day to day, and it's always okay to not judge. Good. Then coming to tabletop here, spreading your fingers nice and wide, wrists right under your shoulders, knees right under your hips. Good, really press into the mat. Pretend you're pulling your palms back towards your knees as you arch your spine, pull your heart forward, gaze moves up, tailbone toward the sky. And then as you exhale, press into the mat to tuck your tailbone around your spine. Good, using your breath to guide you 3 more times like this, 3 more rounds. Inhale, really pull your heart forward, press your palms into the mat. Exhale, press to round, tuck your chin, round all the way from your sacrum to the nape of your neck. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round it down. One more time like this. Inhale, arch it up. Exhale, round. Plant your left palm into the mat. Take your right arm up to the sky. Just gaze up as you take this nice open twist, pressing down to lift up. And as you exhale, thread your right arm under your left, bring your right shoulder and cheek down to the mat. Tiptoe your left fingertips up overhead. Find this nice long side stretch here. Take a deep inhale. Maybe reach around for the bind if you're ready. We're super early in the practice. Think about keeping your hips squaring back evenly toward the back of the mat. One more breath here. Really sink down. As you exhale, left palm comes back toward the mat. Reach your right arm up toward the sky. Open up. And as you exhale, right palm comes back to the mat. Switching sides, sweep that left arm up to the sky. Nice open palm, gaze moves up. And as you exhale, thread the needle. Bring the left shoulder and cheek down to the mat. Tiptoe your right fingertips up overhead. Find a nice long side body. Tap those fingertips. Good. And either stay here or reach for the bind, grabbing your inner thigh. Opening up your collarbone. Don't let that right shoulder creep in if you're taking the bind. Keep opening it up. One more breath here. Inhale as you reach up with your right hand, plant the palm, left arm sweeps up toward the sky. And as you exhale, return to tabletop. Good, from tabletop, I want you to reach your right arm forward, your left leg back. Starting to warm up our core here. So really, before we start to move, think about pulling all the left toes down toward the mat, squaring your hips, squeezing into the midline. And as you exhale, round in, join elbow to knee as you press your palm and knee into the mat to make space. Inhale, stretch it out, gaze moves forward. Exhale, round it in. Last time here, reach it forward. Good, and then keep reaching your right arm forward as you bring your left leg out to the side, parallel. Good, and then start to drop your foot to the mat. Starting to rise up on your knee and your foot here. Good, so your left leg is extended straight out. You're on your right knee. Start to take your right arm up and over, take a nice side bend here. But really push into your left foot. Good. Use that pressure to reach up and then over, taking this nice side stretch. And then as you exhale, switch sides, right hand down, left arm up and over. Keep pressing through that left foot. Good. One more breath. Inhale, come back up to center. Reach your arms nice and high. And as you exhale, palms come down. Left knee tucks in, switching sides. Right leg extends out behind you from tabletop. Left arm reaches forward. Good, gazing ahead. Breathing in and breathing out. Next inhale, start to round it in, elbow to knee. Tuck your chin. Inhale, extend it back out. Exhale, round it in. Use your core to move your leg. Exhale, take it back out. Last time, round it in, keep pressing into that right palm, making space for you to curl. Stretch it back out. Good, bring your left palm down to the mat, extend your right leg out to the side, and let it fall down even with your hip. Rising up on your knee here. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, start to take a side stretch to the right. Let your right hand come down your right leg. Pressing into the left knee to find the length and then stretch it to the side. Good. Think about your whole torso staying kind of like in between two panels of glass. One more breath here. And as you exhale, keep pressing into the right foot as you switch sides, taking your right arm up and over. Good. Reaching here, gazing at your fingertips. One more breath. Inhale, arms come back up overhead. Replace your palms to the mat. Tuck your right knee back into tabletop. Tuck your toes under here. Just arch your spine for one more round here. Good. And then keeping this arch, tuck your toes. Start to send your hips up and back, right? Think about arching your lower back. It probably won't, but it'll make space in your hips to stretch into this first downward facing dog. Good. Spend a few breaths here, just pedaling it out. Good, bend your right knee, bend your left knee. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head no. Get that sensation of a nice loose neck, right? No tension in the neck and the shoulders. Neck and hips are so hard to let go. So just try to let gravity pull your head down. Good, breathing here. Exhale. On your next inhale, come high up on your toes. Start to roll your spine forward like a wave, pulling your shoulders over your wrists and then a little bit forward from that. Start to arch your spine, gaze ahead, pull your heart forward like an up dog with tucked toes here. Reach your gaze up toward the sky. And then as you exhale, start to bend your knees, send your hips back towards your heels, take it back to downward facing dog. 2 more times like that, moving your spine like a wave. Really tuck your tailbone down as you roll yourself forward to a plank. Then a tuck toes, upward facing dog, rolling into that, really gazing up, pull your shoulders back. Exhale, bend your knees, seat to heels, downward facing dog. 1 more time like that, roll it forward, really make space in the back body. And then take it into an up dog, open your heart, pull your shoulders back. Exhale, push it back to downward facing dog. Staying high up on your toes in your downward facing dog, just let your heels fall to the right. Really press into your left palm here. Find a nice side stretch down the left side body, all the way from your palm to your hip. And then from your hip down into your foot. Good, maybe gently bend the right knee, putting a little more pressure into the left, finding a little extra stretch in the left outer hip. Exhale here. Inhale, come back through center, high on your toes, and then as you exhale the next time, take your heels to the left. Pressing through your right palm, send those hips back. Maybe gently bend into your left knee to put more pressure into the right foot, stretching the right outer hip here. 1 more breath. Good, inhale, come back to center, high on the toes for 1 more breath. And then as you exhale, drop your heels into downward facing dog. From down dog, send your right leg up to the sky, bend your knee, open your hip, right? This opening stretch that we all crave. Start to make those big circles in the air with a bent knee or a straight leg. Warming up the hip joint. Mine are like crackling like Rice Krispies over here. Good. Sending it in the other direction when you're ready. Next inhale, send your right leg up toward the sky. Come high on those left toes. Gently bend into the left knee to lift your right toes a little bit higher. Send your heart back toward your thigh. 1 more breath, reach a little bit higher. As you inhale, roll forward to plank, hug your knee in towards your chest. And as you exhale, put your foot in between your hands, coming into a low lunge, high on your fingertips. Imagine you're pulling your fingertips back as your heart moves forward. Good, maybe activating the front of that left leg. Front of the left hip, stretching nice and long here. Take an inhale here, reach your heart forward. As you exhale, straighten your right leg, fold down into a long pyramid. Inhale into the lunge, let your breath guide you. Exhale, straighten and fold. Last time here, inhale, pull your heart forward. As you exhale, we're gonna straighten, fold, and hold it. You can either lift your toes up off the mat, pressing into the ball of your right foot, or come all the way up on your right heel here. Wherever you're doing, you're gonna keep your hips squaring. Good, you can walk your fingertips forward, make a nice long spine here. One more breath. As you inhale, bend back into your right knee, drop your left knee to the mat, untuck your toes, sweep those arms up into Anjaneyasana. Take a nice full body stretch of the front body, tuck your tail a little bit, protect your lower back, gaze is up and back. And as you exhale, bring your hands to either side of your front foot, straighten your right leg as you send your hips back. Take an inhale here to lengthen your heart forward as you pull your right hip back. Exhale, fold it down. Good, keep pressing your right heel into the mat. Pretend you're pulling it back, that'll square your hips off. One more breath here. As you inhale, bend back into your right knee, tuck your left toes, take it back to downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high up toward the sky, three-legged dog. Bend your knees, stack your hips as you open up to the side, and then start to make those nice circles right at your own pace. Sometimes slower can get a little deeper and juicier, sending an extra breath where it's really tight. Good, switch directions if you haven't. Beautiful. Next, inhale, left leg reaches up toward the sky, high on your right toes, gentle bend in your right knee to send your chest back and lift your left leg a little bit higher. As you exhale, roll forward to plank, hug your knee in towards your nose. And as you exhale, drop your foot in between your hands, coming into a low lunge, high on your fingertips. Hips are not sinking, right? So we're not down here, we're up here. Good. Pull your heart forward, pretend you're dragging your fingertips back. Inhale here. As you exhale, straighten your left leg, fold it down. Follow your breath. Inhale, bend into the left knee, back to low lunge. Exhale, straighten to fold. Inhale to lunge. Exhale, straighten and fold. Hold it here. Again, play around with your foot. Maybe lift your toes. Maybe lift your whole foot up off the mat. Keep pulling your left hip back and in. Squaring your hips, lengthening your spine. Inhale here, one more breath. As you exhale, come back to the low lunge. Drop your right knee to the mat. Untuck your toes. Sweep your arms up in Anjaneyasana. Opening up the front body. One more breath here. And as you exhale, hands come to either side of your front foot. Straighten into a half split here. Taking a moment to lengthen your spine, pull your heart forward. Exhale, fold it down. Good, hold it there. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. Next, inhale, bend back into your left knee, plant your hands to the mat, step it back to downward facing dog. Inhaling here, and exhaling. Come high on your toes, engage your core, and use your core to move your legs as you tiptoe all the way to the top of the mat. Arriving there with your feet hips width distance apart. Letting your torso hang heavy, the crown of your head is pulling you down. Grab opposite elbows here, just sway side to side. Opening up your lower back, maybe gently bend your knees, see how that feels. Good. And then interlace your palms at your lower back. Start to straighten your arms as we bend into this skier squat. Good, I'm like an expert at it now. Good. Pull your heart forward. And then just start to straighten your legs as you fold down. Make sure your feet are still hip width distance apart. And then gently bend into your right knee, nuzzle your right shoulder inside the right knee as you twist open to the left. Let your palms, your interlaced fingers pull you back, opening your heart to the side. Use the contact of your shoulder and your knee to pull it a little bit further. And then exhale back through center, straighten your right knee, bend into your left knee, switch sides here. Really press your shoulder into your knee and use that to open your heart toward the side. Pressing also into your right foot, right? Don't lose that contact. As you exhale, fold it down, release your palms to the mat. With a heavy head and heavy arms, gently bend your knees, roll yourself all the way up to stand. Take your arms out and out, take a nice big stretch up toward the sky. And as you exhale, hands come to heart center. Close your eyes for a moment. Check in. Right, our bodies are just starting to move. New year, right? New intentions. It's always daunting to set resolutions. We talked about that yesterday. So just, make a commitment for today and accomplish it, right? Beautiful. Dedicate your practice to someone or somewhere in the world that needs this good energy. And as you exhale, let your eyes blink open, hands come to your side. We'll warm up with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar A. Tuck that tailbone down, really feel your feet pressing into the mat as you reach your arms up, palms press overhead. Exhale, fold it down over straight or gently bent knees. Inhale, lengthen to look forward. Exhale, plant your palms, step or jump back, lowering down. Squeeze your elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull your heart through your shoulders. Exhale, take it back to downward facing dog. Breathing here. Good, maybe pedaling it out on this first round. Maybe finding some stillness. Inhaling and exhaling. I'm just going to encourage you all day to really think about your foundations in every pose. Wherever your feet or your hands or your knees or whatever's on the mat, really using that to find your pose, to find your steadiness, to find your strength. Inhale here. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, rise up, reach up, palms press overhead. Exhale, arms by your side. Inhale, reach up, gaze is up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, lengthen, keep your core engaged. Exhale, plant your palms, step or jump back, lowering down to chaturanga. Squeeze your elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press your feet into the mat. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Maybe lift your fingers off the mat and really feel the 4 corners of your palm pressing into the mat here. Start to turn the eyes of your elbows toward the front of the room, making space for your neck, space in your shoulders here. Exhale. Deep inhale here, fill up. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. This time, keep your knees gently bent as you inhale, rise up, reach up, palms pressed, gentle bend in your knees. Exhale, keep that bend as you fold it right back down, maybe finding more space in the backs of your legs. Inhale, lengthen to look forward. Exhale, step or jump back, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Breathe, let your neck be long, your head is heavy, gazing at your navel, lengthening through that side body as you send your hips up and back. Inhale here. Exhale. Last round, breathe it in, really fill up, feel your side body even fill up. And as you exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, rise up, reach up, palms press. Exhale, arms by your side, Tadasana. Good, take a breath or 2 here. Feel the energy moving through your body, right? The heat is building. Okay, using our breath to guide you. Hook your thumbs out in front of you as you inhale, reach up, look up, arch back, really tuck that tail down so reach your heart up and then back. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms, clasp hands, fold it down over straight legs. Release your neck. Inhale, hands to the mat. Right foot steps back to a lunge. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, squeeze your elbows in. Inhale, slide it forward to low cobra. Pause here, press your feet into the mat. Lift your palms up off the mat as you peel your shoulders back. Exhale, plant your palms, push it back, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward to a lunge, gaze ahead. Exhale, left foot forward, fold it down. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, look up, arch it back. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms, clasp hands, fold it down. Inhale, hands to the mat, left foot back to a lunge, gaze ahead.
Exhale, right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Really send that touch to the sky. Inhale, slide it forward, low cobra. Pause here. Press your hips and feet into the mat. Lift your palms up off the mat. Gaze ahead, heart ahead, and either stay here or 3 times reach your arms forward and then pull back, keeping your shoulders down. Inhale, exhale, pull it back, goalpost. One more time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull it back, plant your palms, push it back, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward to a lunge. Exhale, right foot forward, fold it down. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up, look up, arch it back. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms, clasp hands, fold it down, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, hands to the mat, right foot steps back to a lunge, listen up. As you exhale, sweep your left leg up, 3-legged dog. Inhale, roll it forward, knee to nose. Exhale, sweep it up, 3-legged dog. Inhale, tap your left knee to your left upper arm. Take the arm balance and hold it here, pressing away from the mat. Exhale, sweep it up to 3-legged dog. Inhale, left knee to right elbow, tap it there, and then send that left leg out to the side and diagonal. You peel open into fallen star, fallen triangle. Pausing here. Press those feet into the mat. Lift your hips. Maybe take your palm to the back of your head to open up a little bit more. Find a tricep stretch here. As you exhale, right hand comes down. Left leg sweeps up to the sky. Inhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Rise up to high lunge. Pause. Right, take a moment here to get a nice foundation. Really feel your feet in the mat. Your right toes are pressing down. Your right heel is lifted. Tuck your tailbone under. Gaze is up as you pull your shoulders down. Inhale here. As you exhale, take a nice twist open to the left. Reaching your left arm back, gaze back there. Squeeze the outer hips in here. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Keeping the twist, start to bring your right hand down to the inside of your left leg. We're going to be in this twisted lunge here. So you just kind of tick-tock your arms and then start to reach your left arm up over your ear, coming into this nice open twisted lunge. Press your feet into the mat. One more breath. As you exhale, left hand comes down to the outside of your left foot. Step back, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide it forward, cobra. Exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward to a lunge. Exhale, left foot forward, fold it down. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up, look up, arch it back. Last time, bend knees, swing arms, clasp hands, fold it down. Pull your knuckles toward the sky. As you exhale, hands come to the mat, left foot back to a lunge. Exhale, right foot sweeps up, 3-legged dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank, knee to nose. Exhale, sweep it up, 3-legged dog. Inhale, right knee to right elbow or upper arm. Hold it here or take the arm balance. Exhale, sweep it back up, 3-legged dog. Inhale, right knee to left elbow. Tap it there and then send that leg out to the side or diagonal as you peel open into fallen triangle. Good. Pause. Press those feet into the mat. Lift your hips. Maybe your palm to the back of your head, opening up a little bit more as your gaze moves back. As you exhale, left hand comes down, right leg sweeps up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot in between your hands, meeting in high lunge. Good, all your toes are facing forward. High up on the ball of your left toes there, good. The heel is stacked over the toes. Tuck your tailbone under, sink a little bit deeper. One more breath. As you exhale, take that twist to the right. Gazing back behind you. Holding it here, pull your shoulders down away from your ears. One more breath, squeeze those hips to the midline. As you exhale, bring your left hand down to the inside of your right foot, taking this nice open twist here. Good. You can bring your right arm up over your right bicep or keep it reaching up toward the sky. Breathe it out. Square those hips, squeeze it in. One more breath. Exhale, right hand comes down, step back, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide it forward, low cobra. Exhale, push it back, CT heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, gaze forward. Exhale, right foot forward, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up, look up, arch it back. Exhale, arms by your side, Tadasana. Good. Close your eyes again, reset. Reconnect here. Good. Should be nice and warmed up now. Make sure your toes and heels are touching at the top of the mat. As you inhale, squeeze into the midline. As you bend your knees deeply, drop your hips, reach your palms up, your hands up toward the sky, fingertips. Squeeze it into Utkatasana, tuck your tail, but lift your heart. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or jump back, lowering down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward, reach it up to warrior one. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Inhale, flip and reverse your warrior, find space, press into your feet, bend that front knee forward as you reach away from it. Exhale, take it all the way down, step back, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, warrior one. Outright, that back foot presses into the mat. Exhale, open up to the side, warrior two. Inhale, flip and reverse your warrior. Reach away, find length in the left side body. Exhale, cartwheel it down. Step back, lower down, or meet us in downward facing dog. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in. Let it go. One more time. Deep inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, bend your knees deeply, rise up to Utkatasana. Drop those hips. Exhale, fold it right back down, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or jump back, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, rise up to warrior one. Exhale, open it up to warrior two. Listen carefully, keep that left arm moving like a clock. Bring yourself back to warrior one. Hands come to your lower back. Press into your right foot to straighten your leg as you open your heart, pull your knuckles down. And then exhale, bend back into that knee, finding space to fold inside your right leg, coming into humble warrior. Good, pausing here. Press into your feet, don't let your hips sink as you drop your head. Good, crown of your head toward the mat. One more breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, press into your feet, release your hands, rise all the way up into a strong warrior one. Exhale, open it up to warrior two. And then press into that front foot to straighten your leg. Either stay in a long triangle or bring your feet in a little bit closer for a little bit shorter triangle. Good. If you'd like to, bring your left hand to your behind your back to your right hip crease here, really making space without arching your back. So stay nice and tall here. Good, as you reach forward, using your fingers if you have the bind to really make space, not crushing like a little grape in there. Take your right hand down towards your foot or your ankle. Reach your left arm up toward the sky. Try not to dump all the weight into your right hand, right? Find some buoyancy in your hip, in your torso, sorry. Good, tuck your right tailbone down toward your right heel here. Reaching up, gaze is up. One more breath here. Good. Take your left arm over your ear, reaching it forward, keeping your heart open toward the side of the room. Don't let it sink. Good, and either stay here or reach your right arm up to meet it. Keep stretching your torso long, twisting it open. One more breath. Inhale, press into your feet, come all the way to stand. Hands come to your waist. Right toes turn in, so all your toes are facing the side of the mat. Press your waist down, open your heart. And as you exhale, fold it forward, let your heart lead the way. Keep sending your sit bones up toward the sky here, nice and long back. Release your hands if you like. Good. Breathing here. Maybe coming upside down if your head touches the ground. Good, or you can also play with just bending your knees here, right? Sending your hips back. It's a good place to play around. You can rock side to side, bending one knee and then the other, maybe feeling your inner hip, your inner, like the inseam of your thighs there, good. Good, one more breath. If you're upside down, start to make your way back down to the mat. Inhale here. As you exhale, come halfway up, bring your torso parallel to the mat, hands to your hips. Press into your feet and use that strength to pull you back up to stand. Right toes face toward the front of the room, returning yourself to warrior two here. Take an inhale here to reverse your warrior. And as you exhale, come into extended side angle. So modified is great, right? Makes lots of space in your hip crease. You can take your hand to the inside or outside of your right foot. Take the bind. Do what feels good. I would encourage you wherever you are, again, maybe lift your toes up off the mat and see what that does to engage all the way up your leg, all the way up almost into your groin. I don't know, I feel it on my inner thigh up there. You might feel it somewhere else. It kind of depends on, we talked about a couple weeks ago, like how your foot is like rolls to the outside or inside, right? Kind of correcting that. Wherever you are, reach it open your heart. One more breath. Good, if you have the bind, release it. Everybody put your hands down to either side of your front foot. Step back, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward, rise up to warrior one. Exhale, open it up to warrior two. Keep that right hand moving around and pull yourself back into warrior one as you straighten that front leg. Reach up and back with your arms. Good. Open your heart as you interlace your fingers and pull them down. And then as you exhale in one movement, start to pour your heart forward as you bend into your left knee. Coming to humble warrior, folding inside your left leg. Again, press into your feet. Feel your hip kind of lift, your left hip lift up from the bottom, like from the bottom side, right? Stretching that, engaging there. Press into your feet. Inhale here. Exhale. Next inhale, release your palms, come all the way up to stand. Reach up to warrior one. Exhale to warrior two, and then straighten your front leg. Good, again, take your choice. If you want to take the bind, really tuck your tail under so that you're not arching back. Your torso is nice and tall. Reach your left arm forward, and then exhale, take it into your triangle. Hand comes down to a foot, ankle, shin, block, wherever you are, just not dumping down. Keep your torso buoyant. Press into your feet, engage your legs. Inhale here. Maybe lift your toes up off the mat. Press into the ball of your big toe on your left foot. Activating your leg, engaging it all the way up. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your right hand over your right ear, reaching for the front of the room without letting your heart drop, right? Heart is turning toward the side and then up. Inhale here. Exhale, left arm comes up to meet and hold that big beach ball. Keep opening your heart to the side. Inhale, press into your feet, come all the way up to stand. Good, this time we're gonna come into goddess. I'm gonna turn around. So you're gonna turn your feet out to the side. Beautiful. Get settled here, kind of lift your feet up and down. Think about bringing your quads parallel to the mat as you tuck your tail under, nice tall torso here. Good. Pressing your palms gently into the insides of your knees, opening your heart. And then start to lift your right heel up off the mat. Good, keep your left foot down. Then drop your right heel, come up on your left toes. drop it. One more time to each side. Lift your right heel, keep your hips low. Left heel comes up, bring it down. Okay, we're gonna try this. Try to bring both heels up, come up on your toes here. Good. Engage your core, find your stability, hold it here, open your knees. As you exhale, place your feet back down into the mat. Take an inhale here to reach it up. And then as you exhale, where are we, sorry. We're gonna bring it back into warrior two. So turn your left toes toward the front of the mat. Inhale here, exhale. Inhale, take it up and back, reach it into reverse warrior. And then as you exhale, take it into your version of extended side angle. Good, pressing into those feet, lifting your hips. Taking the bind if that's in your practice and you did so on the other side. Inhaling here, exhaling. Last breath, breathe it in, open it up. As you exhale, hands come down, step back, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's bring our knees to the mat, big toes touch. Take it back into a child's pose. Good, resetting. Really letting your hips hang nice and heavy, as if somebody was sitting on your lower back. Just pulling you down gently, maybe reaching your arms forward. Good. Breathing it out. Good, and then from here, we're just gonna crawl forward a little bit. We're gonna come into puppy pose, a nice shoulder opener. So you're gonna keep your knees wide, your toes kind of together or toward the center of the mat. Your hips are right on top of your knees here as you melt your chest down to the mat. Maybe your chin is on the mat if you have the openness. You can also tuck your third eye down to the mat if it's too much. Good, gazing forward if your chin is down, reaching your arms forward. Maybe wag your tail a little bit side to side, moving the weight to the inside of each knee. Finding a little bit of opening in the inner hips, inner groin. Good, and then coming back to center, maybe rolling your palms open toward the sky. So your pinkies are on the inside and your thumbs are rolling out. Good, lots of opening here. Let your chest sink heavy. One more breath. And as you exhale, return your palms to the mat. Just slide yourself forward into Sphinx pose here. Elbows right under your shoulders. Palms into the mat. Your forearms are parallel here. Press your arms into the mat and then feel like you're dragging them back as you pull your heart forward. Keep your legs engaged. Inhale here. And exhale. One more breath. Pull it a little further, a little higher. And then exhale, take it down. Good. While we're down here, might as well start the year off right. Let's take a frog pose. So you can turn, if your knees are super sensitive, you can turn the other way on your mat. I sometimes like to have a little mobility, so I can slide my legs a little bit. Just do what's comfortable for you. But you're going to be bringing your legs all in parallel, in right angles. So your knee is coming straight out from your hip, and then your ankle is right below your knee, and then flex your feet. Good. Rock back and forth here. Feel the difference of when you roll forward and back. Good. And then come back to center. I want you to think about pressing into your inner knee bone there. It's wherever that's making contact. And think about dragging your knees in toward the midline here. You should feel some activation, I'll call it, on the inner thighs there, up by your groin. Hold it there. Your legs aren't going to move, but you're going to have that sensation of pulling into the midline, engaging that inner thigh. One more breath. And then exhale, just let it go, melting a little bit further, maybe into the stretch. Beautiful. We're going to stay here for about 30 seconds. So just breathe, right? You can either stay still or you can start to like rock to the side and lift one leg up so the sole of your foot is parallel to the ceiling, kind of getting that inner rotation, and then rock it to the other side, bringing the other sole toward the sky. Good. This is never comfortable, but it's important, right? It's hard to get this inner rotation. Breathing here. Ten more seconds. We got this. Good. Last breath. And then start to make your way out of this pose, back into a child's pose for just a breath, right? It's never a graceful way to move in or out of this one. Take it into a child's pose, stretch your arms nice and long out in front of you. Good, and then press into your palms, tuck your toes, take it up to downward facing dog. Good, breathe it in and breathing it out. From your down dog, send your right leg up toward the sky, three-legged dog. As you exhale, start to roll forward to plank, place your right foot in between your hands, reach it out to high lunge. Good. Bring your arms to gold pose. Just take a second here. This should feel good after frog. Stretching that left hip. Just gently bend into that left knee. Tuck your left tailbone down. Good. Finding length in the front of the leg. Then exhale. Stretch it back into high lunge. Hands come to prayer in front of your heart and start to tip yourself forward into a warrior three. Good. Use your core here. Maybe a gentle bend in your standing leg to start. And then kind of blossom open as you extend in every direction. Hands can be by your side, out in front of you in prayer, wherever feels good. One more breath. As you exhale, bring your right hand down. Let's peel open into this nice half moon. Good. Pressing into the mat to lift up. Again, maybe gently bend your standing leg. Use that to open your hips a little bit more and then press it straight. Open up. One more breath. As you exhale, bring your left hand down. Start to walk your hands towards your hips as you come into a standing leg split. Maybe taking a breath here to lengthen hard forward. And then exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Reach those left toes toward the sky. One more breath. As you exhale, gently let your left foot float to the back of the mat, coming into a low lunge. Drop your left knee to the mat. Untuck your toes, and then either come into a half split again, which should feel a whole lot different now that we've been practicing than it did at the beginning. Or if you're working on full split, make your way there. Again, wherever you are, you're squaring your hips, so pull that right hip back in space. If you're in full split, you can fold yourself forward. Good, play around, maybe windshield wiper your foot side to side. Point and flex. Breathing here. Gorgeous, guys. One more breath. If you're in half split, bend back into your right knee and step it back to down dog. If you're in full split, plant your hands or even your fingertips up by your hips. Press it straight and try to sweep that right leg up to the sky. Exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches for the sky. As you exhale, roll forward to plank, hug it in, and then gently place your foot in between your hands. Press your feet into the mat and come all the way up to high lunge. Bending deeply into that left knee. And then micro bend your right knee here. Tuck your right tailbone down and find the length in the front of your right hip here. It should feel really good. Stretch your heart up to the sky. As you inhale, straighten that right leg back out into high lunge. Hands come to heart center. Slowly make your way into warrior three. Use your core. Maybe bend that left leg a little bit here as you find your balance. Find your midline. And then feel yourself press your leg straight as your heart reaches forward. One more breath here. As you exhale, left hand comes down, peel it open. Half moon pose, right? Stacking those hips just like in triangle. Reaching up, maybe bending that knee a little bit. Finding a new balance. Exhale, right hand comes down, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, walk it back into standing leg split. But always feeling free to take that extra lengthening, right? You can do it a few times in your pose to find a little bit deeper fold. Folding it down as you exhale. One more breath, reach your right toes higher. As you exhale, gently let your right foot float to the back of the mat, coming into a low lunge. Then drop your right knee to the mat, setting up for either half split or full split, wherever you are today. Beautiful. Using your left heel on the mat, wherever you are, to pull your hips back into like a square position, square toward the front of the mat. Fold it down. Keep your left leg engaged, even though we're folding. Breathing here. One more breath. Good, half splitters, then back into the left knee, press your palm, step it back. Full splitters, try to press into the mat. Lift your navel up toward the sky as you sweep your left leg up. Exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Taking an inhale here. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward all the way ahead of your mat, and then start to step or walk yourself all the way through to seated on the mat. Good. Coming into Janu Shirsasana. So extend your left leg out straight, bring your right heel either into your pubic bone, or you can take half lotus here if that's in your practice, right? Bringing the foot into the hip crease if that's in your practice. Good. Wherever you are, you're going to square your torso over your left leg and fold forward. So if you're taking lotus, you can take the bind behind your back and reach forward. If you're in Janu Shirsasana, lift your arms and take it forward. Good. Finding length here. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Good. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Just switch sides. Right leg extend, left heel into the pubic bone or left foot into the right hip crease. Whatever feels good. Get those sit bones grounded. Turn your torso down your right leg and then take the fold with or without a bind. Breathing. Again, keeping that extended leg engaged. One more breath here. Inhale, bring it all the way back up to seated. Let's bring our feet out to the side. Good. I don't know what else to call this besides a bug. I don't know. It looks like a bug to me. So you want your soles of your feet pressing into the mat. So if you're all the way out here and you can't press the inner edge of your foot into the mat, bring your legs a little bit closer. Bring your hands behind you first. And we're just going to take this little twist here. So drop your right inner knee into the mat as you twist your left knee open, right? Just finding some mobility in that inner hip. Really press into the inner edge of the foot that you're dipping in, for the leg that you're dipping in, to find that extension, right? It's hard. It looks easy and it's not. We don't often rotate our legs in this way, so it's good to get in there. Good, take a few more times to each side, slow or fast, you know what feels good for you. Just dipping it in, keeping the contact with the inner foot as you dip the leg in. Ooh, one more time to each side. I'm with you guys here. Good. Then keeping your legs bent, plant those feet back into the mat. Start to sit a little bit forward, bring your arms to the inner legs here. Really use your elbows to press your knees open as you dive yourself forward here. Good, really press the feet into the mat. It's hard, right? Keep opening your legs out as you pull your hips back and the crown of your head pulls down. One more breath here. Then inhale, come back up to seated, extend your legs out to the side. Whew. Walk your fingertips forward. You can come a little forward on your sit bones here. Keep your heart moving forward. So maybe you're just on your forearms, that's good. You're gonna press your legs into the mat, pull your heart forward, right? We don't want a round spine here. So keep your heart moving forward. And you may be here, which is also good, right? You should feel the nice opening in your inner groin. That seems to be the theme today. Good, if you're on fingertips, you can even pretend you're pulling them back as you pull your heart forward and press your legs down into the mat. One more breath. Good, as you inhale, walk it back to center. Left arm comes to the inside of your left leg, palm is facing up. Press into your forearms, you reach your right arm up first, ground that right sit bone, and then take this nice side bend, keeping your heart open toward the side of the room. Maybe reaching toward your toes. Wherever you are, don't let that right sit bone lift up. You may stop here, right? It's all good. You're reaching away. One more breath. And then start to turn your torso down over your left leg, folding squarely over that leg. Point your right toes, reach your right leg away from you as you fold your torso in the opposite direction. One more breath. Inhale, come back to seated, switching sides, right arm palm open. Inside of your leg, reach your left arm up, ground that left sit bone, find the length, and then take the fold, keeping your heart open toward the side for this one. Good. Gazing can move even up toward the ceiling. Reaching away. One more breath. Good, then staying low, just turn your torso down over your right leg, folding down, Point those left toes, reach that leg away as you ground the sit bones down and fold your heart in the opposite direction. One more breath. Inhale, come all the way back up to seated. Grab behind your thighs. Join the soles of your feet together. Take a few breaths in Baddha Konasana. So you're gonna hold your feet either open like a book or you can squeeze them together. Again, play around. You'll see where you kind of need it more, which side is more open. Press your sit bones down into the mat as you lift your heart, and then exhale, fold it forward. Nice long back, right? Straight, long back, long front body. In these forward folds, it's always nice to think about your front body staying as long as your back body, right? Instead of rounding. Keep pulling the crown of your head forward. One more breath. Next inhale, come back to seated. Extend your legs out in front of you. Place your fingers down, I don't know if you can see me. Place your fingers down next to your legs. And then tuck your tailbone down towards your heels and very slowly, like dragging your fingers, round yourself all the way down, right? Let your fingers be some traction to really pull yourself down slowly, using your core to pace yourself. Good, tuck your chin in. And then when you've reached the mat, we're gonna take one back bend for about 10 breaths. So you can take half wheel, full wheel. If you have a wheel, carry nice. You can use the wheel. Wherever you are, use your feet to lift your hips and tuck that tail down toward your knees. Good, open your heart there. Oh, we have lots of wheelers here today. I wish I had mine. Carrie, try to pull forward on the wheel so that your hips come all the way down to the mat without moving your feet, if you can do that. Do you feel that? Yeah, good, try to, there you go. Does that feel good, I hope? Beautiful. And then Catherine, you can actually use your arms like insert, make big circles with your arms to open up your shoulders. That would feel good there. Good. And Heather, you're doing you. Good. Couple more breaths in back bending wherever you are. It's like freestyle back bend today. And then come back all the way back down. Good. Take the wheel out. Good. Carry from there. Just take some big circles with your arms where you are. Should feel really good. And opening your shoulders. Good. And then we'll all meet back down on the mat. Let's hug our knees into our chest. You can take happy baby for just a moment. Lengthen your spine down the mat, pulling your knees down towards your armpits, soles of the feet toward the sky. And then hug your knees in towards your chest. Roll the length of your mat, come all the way back up. Just take a nice forward fold here, but set it up strong. So ground those sit bones, even tip forward a little bit on them as you reach your arms toward the sky. And then keeping those arms straight up by your ears, start to pull yourself forward as if someone's pulling your fingertips toward the front of the room. And then exhale, come all the way down. Feel like your hips are sliding out behind you as you lengthen forward. 2 more breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Lift your torso up halfway. And again, drag those fingers all up your leg. Good. Let that pull you slowly down as you tuck your tail under. Engage behind your navel here as you pull yourself all the way back down. Setting yourself up for shoulder stand. If you're craving another inversion, you're always welcome to do that there. Do that here. Headstand, forearm stand, if you're working on your headstand. Just something to get your feet above your heart, right? Reversing this blood flow. And it's a nice way to seal in all the energy that we've created. You can even do waterfall, which is just lifting your legs. That's also an inversion, right? Anything with our feet above our heads. If you're in shoulder stand, squeeze your legs into the midline as if you were squeezing a block. Good. Maybe walk, like shimmy your shoulders in a little bit toward the midline. Carrie, pull your heels back up above you, right? Toward the back of your mat. No, sorry, the other way. There you go. Reach them for the sky. 1 more breath here. Beautiful. And then exhale, let your feet fall behind you if you're in shoulder stand, coming into plow pose, right? It's like the best gift for our lower backs. Extend your arms down the mat if your feet touch. And then bend your knees to the side of your head, giving your ears a little squeeze here. Letting your shins hang nice and heavy. Good.
Straighten those legs back out, release your hands down the mat, and slowly roll yourself all the way down. Just like we did before, like take it nice and slow. Pull that navel in toward the spine as you pull your toes forward, nice and slow. Extend your legs out long, long, long. Beautiful, guys. Point your toes, Heather. Good, good, good. And then take it into fish pose. Just open your heart. Last pose of the practice before we wrap it up. Good. Taking inhales through your nose and exhaling it all out through your mouth like we did at the beginning. Right, feeling this warmth in this space in our hearts and our lungs. And when you're done, tuck your chin in towards your chest. Take any last poses that you need to finish up before settling into Shavasana. Good, a supine twist can feel good. And as you're ready, close your eyes, let your body feel heavy into the earth, feet flop out, arms away from your body, and just be. Such an important way to seal in this practice. Slowly start to let your body and breath and mind reawaken. As you wiggle your fingers and toes, your wrists and your ankles, rocking your head gently side to side. Then reach your arms up overhead as you breathe in, really filling up one last big inhale together. And as you exhale, start to hug your knees in towards your chest, pausing there. With your eyes remaining closed, start to make your way through fetal position to either side, back up to seated. Right, staying tuned inward, feeling those sit bones as our foundation, but rooting down, right? And that foundation allows us to lift our heart, open our heart, find extra space in our minds and our bodies and our hearts. Shrug your shoulders up by your ears. Open your collarbone, let your shoulder blades go down your spine, right? Kind of confirming all this extra space we created in all areas. And we'll close together with Loka Samasta. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Inhaling all together. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your hands together at heart center gently. Bow your chin in towards your chest. Take this moment here, this last few minutes together to thank yourself, to honor yourself and celebrate yourself, knowing that the true teacher lies right within you. Bring your prayer to your third eye, sealing in the practice. We bow forward together. Namaste.